So on this day I brought her out to a nearby school. It's a 15-minute walk from our stable, so it's good, like the perfect warm-up distance, kind of. 20 if you can't like getting down into to the field where we're going to be doing our cantering today, because she's been out of work for a few weeks now for various reasons, and I'm just bringing her back in now. So I thought I'd bring her down here. As you see, the ground conditions and the turf is just perfect for having a little canter. So that was the plan, to just let her stretch her legs and get her moving, and just kind of get back into it. And she was like, mentally she was a bit tense. She's a 5-year-old thoroughbred, just out hacking alone after in in a facility like this with loads to look at, after several weeks off. So she was really impressive, actually. Wading through the water complex, no problem, me just checking the girth. And we're actually really lucky to have this facility so close to us. I need to double check that I'm actually allowed to ride here. I hope so, because it's a great opportunity for her to just kind of have a look and go around and just kind of settle in her own time without any added stress or pressure. Now, the course is nothing big, it's not fancy, it's not like super creative or anything, but it was enough to look at for her. So it's a good place to start to build her confidence. So yeah, we just kind of trotted up to the halfway point at the bottom of the hill, and then she picked up the canter on her own, going up it, and she rolled on nicely, so I just kind of let her go with that. She picked a rather nice pace for herself. It was springy and forward and very, very balanced. Her canter is really effortless and easy, so I just let her roll on and enjoy it for like 40 seconds till we came to the end of the track here and had to turn around. So it was a nice little canter to start off with, and then she got a bit of a walk break. We'd gotten her heart pumping for a little bit, and she'd settled very nicely mentally, so at the top of the hill she was ready to go again. We just had to wait until we got to the bottom, because there was this woman with a dog. But anyway, picked up the canter again, and as I said, her balance is really good in the canter, so it just feels so easy to her. And myself, I got a few pointers from the Norwegian jockey school actually a few weeks back, and I just played around a bit with that today, and it actually really helped improve my stability and my balance in higher speeds. So that was really good, and she got she got a tad excited because it's something she knows, and I just kind of had to tell her here that we're not supposed to go this fast. She was getting a bit too eager. She's not in shape, and we were wearing boots because she doesn't have shoes on. That's part of why she's been out of work. So they could go flying off at any moment, and I didn't want that. So coming up here, she was having a bit of a peek at the fences, but she stayed fairly steady for me, so I praised her for that. And then she approached the water just super confidently, and she just kept going in that same easy balance that just, it's not hard work for her at all. She doesn't exert any energy, it seems. She just floats along on top of the surface, not pounding into it in any way, and just, I don't even need to think about rebalancing her because she's got all that down already, and it's just a great feeling to let her cruise like this. So you can see here, she got a bit eager, broke into the full beat, legs flying out in front of her, and I just had to tell her to calm her tits because we weren't supposed to be going that fast. But anyway, that was the end of our cantering sesh, and it felt really nice, so I was very happy with that. So afterwards we just kind of found ourselves a bit further up the cross country where a few of the smaller jumps are placed. This little log here just jumped once before, and that was absolutely no issue, just popped it from the trot and cantered on calmly. There's this bank that I thought we could go down. We've been down it once before, and then she just dropped off it perfectly. So this time she kind of did more of a jump, and I got thrown a little bit around because I wasn't expecting that, but she did super anyway. So I just turned around to go back up at it again, and she takes these things as a pro. It's just so natural to her. Her attitude is amazing, her confidence as well. It's just, there's not a thought in her head to swerve or to stray. If I tell her we're going over it, we're going over it, and she locks on already here, you see. And this was actually the first time jumping that log for her. It's a bit bigger than the other one. So she did great. She didn't even bat an eye, but our striding was a bit off because I didn't see my stride, and neither did she. Same thing happened here. first one she chipped in, and the second one she took a stride out. And I was trying to overcorrect it by making last-second adjustments, and I didn't feel, even though she solved it nicely, I didn't feel comfortable leaving it at that for the sake of her schooling and future experience. So we got a nice canter out of the start box thingy, very nice and rhythmical, and we were dead on our stride, and it felt really great, and she kept the same rhythm and flow towards the second one. So seeing our stride from a bit out and me counting and just flying over that really, really nicely and rhythmically, so I was very happy with that, and we turned our noses towards home. And I hadn't planned on jumping her this day. I just kind of took advantage of the opportunity, because she hardly broke a sweat from the cantering, and like as a schooling experience it was very good for her. And I don't even know if I'm allowed to use those jumps. I'm probably not, so I'll have to check with the school, and if not, I'll have to apologise profusely. But anyway, hacking home, she was a star with the traffic. There are 2 roads we can choose to the school, so this is the more direct route following the main road, where the traffic's a bit more intense. So we took that route home, and she didn't care. She was so settled. So for the last stretch home, I'd been on her for about an hour at this point, and that's kind of where I set my limit. I don't want to ride them for longer than an hour, because it goes past the constructive phase at like 50 minutes or something. I think that's what they say. So I like to jump off their back so they don't have to lug my ass around for longer than they have to. So yeah, just giving her a bit of a scratch and a good girl, and telling her job well done. It was a good exercise for her this day, and I was really happy with how it all turned out. And hopefully the school will let me use their facilities in the future as well. I hope so. As I said, I'll have to check with them to make sure I'm on the right side of things. But yeah, today was a good day, so hopefully there's more of this in the future.